Hello again, Playforever fans. So the very first casting from this brand is called the Bruno. It's to me, a huge toy for toddlers. Currently, these are the colorways. This is the UK website. This blue might still be available on the other websites, US and Netherlands. But you'll notice this blue one has a printed-on grill, whereas the originals, I guess, do not. Okay, so I'm a little curious. What the specs say here. It's at length 270 and weighs 640 grams. So I bought a used one off eBay, and let's see if it checks out. Oh, this is 612. Yeah, that's quite a discrepancy. Yeah. Oh, you don't even see the scale. Sorry. The scale says 613. I mean, this is a cheap scale, but there's no way it could be that far off, right? I wonder if they meant like that's with the box. So these aren't really supposed to be exact cars in history, real cars in history, but it looks like the early Grand Prix cars. These big rounded noses, and then like this cutout scalloped area for the driver, right? And yeah, so I guess that's what's going for. That may have been the inspiration for whomever designed this thing. These tires look like the standard midi-sized tires, but this is just huge for sure. I'll pull out some midis later. Let's just start at the bottom. I don't know exactly when Playforever began, but it definitely happened in 2014. There were operations. I think possibly, I don't know when they started. 2013? Someone can leave a comment. A few scratches there. Someone's definitely played around with this. And some really deep, sunk Phillips head screws there. So I don't know why you would want to take it apart, but you could. And these things, although you think they might unscrew and take off the wheel, they don't, because these are meant for children. It's CE approved for children to play with. So these just spin. I think they're supposed to be maybe fidget toys for little kids and adults to just play with. I just like the branding here that's embossed on the tire, and the fact that it's a cream colored tire is kind of neat. And it matches very well with the cream colored plastic body and face of this driver. Not so, a little bit off on the number 3 as far as color matching, but it's no big deal. And you got this ridging in here, 3 ribs. Yeah, this has definitely been played with. This body, this red part, is all clear coated. I cannot feel that 3 at all. And it's just smooth here. Okay. The bottom here is not painted. It's just this marble, not marble, I don't know, some grain finish, grain texture. It reminds me of like a car interior panel, a cheaper car. Okay. And then you can see how they molded the bottom to trap that axle. And then they have a nicely fitted, the red color piece. So plastic and plastic fits are generally pretty good, and these guys let their plastics, I guess, cool properly so they don't get all warped. Yeah, pretty consistent gap here around the whole thing. And it's just smooth surfacing all around, really. A few scratches from being played with, but I'm cool with it. I didn't pay too much. I paid less than new for this thing, so that's fine. And then you'll see the helmet here is painted red. The goggles are part of it. The face, no indication of actual eyes or nose or anything like that, but that's just the design aesthetic of this brand. So it actually looks pretty realistic for a Playforever toy, just the proportions of the body versus the tires, right? If you look at these kind of images here. So yeah, this is quite a massive toy, I think, to give to a really small child. I mean, I'm an adult and I think it's quite large. So I think it's smart that the brand went into smaller toys. So this is from the midi line called the Clyde. The tires are still, same size, or generally, yeah. But the body, much smaller, and this one's even smaller than that. This is called the Bonnie, as far as the casting goes. Again. And they all have the rotating little axle ends and stuff. But let me just show you. Oh, down. Yeah, I mean, so you look how small this is. And basically the other ones look more cartoony because they have no indications of shoulders or a body. It's just literally a head stuck to a car. and in this case the body is even smaller, lower height than the tires, so it gives it a more deformed, artsy look for me, whereas this is kind of a little bit more literal. And so I think I don't know if I'll ever get the blue one. I just don't have room for these things, but I wanted to get one of each of their car castings because I'm really impressed by the brand. It's really cool. Let me get this out of here. And let's look at, they have a line called the Verve, which is their smallest line of cars. This is called the Velocita. It's like a 70s inspired F1 car. And now you can just see how small that is compared to this thing. Yeah, so in the footprint of this, you could collect 3 of the Verves. Yeah, smaller is better as long as the detail is there, or the quality is there. Which it is. So I get that out of there. So, well, yeah, this is used. This actually doesn't roll well because I think maybe there's a lot of plastic dust in there from, it's just a solid steel axle, I think. And you know what, now I'm kind of tempted to open it up since it does just have these screws. Let me go find a screwdriver. Alright, I took one screw out, but I'll show you taking the other one out. It's quite deep for sure. Yeah. Yeah, pretty hefty screws. These little plastic screws. You can see the red dust from, the tapping process of the plastic. So, alright, so there's a screw holding, a stress mark, yeah. So maybe the previous kid possibly stepped on it, right, and that caused that stress mark possibly. I don't know why else that would be there. I was actually expecting a lot of strengthening ribs, but there are none. Now this is interesting. The previous owner, I think, waxed it like a car. That looks like old car wax, right? I mean, what else would it be? Yeah, interesting that there's no strengthening ribs, but I think it's because it's just such thick plastic, this ABS, and they have this flange here to help align the top and the bottom. And yeah, this is pushing down the axles. Oh, well, this is interesting. I thought it was going to have a steel rod going from one side to the other like a Hot Wheels. Not the case. Why would they do that? And again, no strengthening ribs. The cones are helping though. But what is going on with this? These are plastic. I don't know. Oh, I think I just literally pull this out because the red is what traps it in the groove there. Yeah. So this is possibly for ease of assembly? It won't come all the way out. Will it? Oh, well that is unexpected as well. All the other ones I've seen are kind of like Hot Wheels or 1/64 scale cars, where the tire slides onto the wheel, and there's like a hollow in here, and the rib of the wheel is what centers it. But as you can see here, it's 2 plastic ends capping the rubber. So this rubber tire is solid. Interesting. And so now I understand why it doesn't roll so well, because the plastic on plastic has created a lot of dust. You can just see the dust and the scratches here. So if you really want it to roll nicely, I guess you gotta just put some oil in there. Yeah, maybe I will. Hold on. It definitely rolls better. But, yeah. I'm also surprised there wasn't a metal weight in there. I guess it's just so much plastic, it's quite heavy. But some of the smaller ones, they put a metal bar in there to give it more, heft and momentum. And you also notice there's only a 3 on one side. It's not on this side, which is kind of weak, actually, considering how expensive this thing is. I mean, it is much bigger than the other ones, but I think they could have printed 3 on both sides. I think they might want to also come back and maybe do one with graphics of, like, engine headers or something like that. just really stylized on. It's like on the smaller version, the Loretino. I forgot I even had a Loretino. But yeah. So yeah, they're smart. They went and created this because I think a lot of people were not buying this because it's just huge and expensive. This is, I think it's half the price or maybe less. I don't know. And it still has all the essence and in fact more detail because it's a more modern product. This is a separate piece with this number 2, and see, this is what I'm talking about, those styled headers or exhausts or whatever. And it still has like a shoulder character. I like these wheels, spoked wheels. Yeah, anyways, and I like how it tells you everything, or most of the stuff you want to know. But that is crazy. That's a significantly. It's no longer a small model collector channel. This is a big one. Lucky it actually fit on this coaster. So yeah, if you want to give your kid, a toddler or whatnot, something really big and hefty to roll around and build up some dexterity in the toddler's hands and arms and all that stuff, but can obviously take some abuse being safety certified, yeah, this might be a great way to do it. Or if you're just an adult like me and you like art toys, that's what these look like. They're so simple in their shaping, it gives them a more artistic feel to them than say something that's trying to be realistic. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you the next time we play forever.